Warm greetings. Today is Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia. At the time of recording this video, it is 5:15 in the morning local time in the Eastern Caribbean, where we currently have the potentially catastrophic Hurricane Beryl, which strengthened into a powerful Category 5 hurricane last night. It has maximum sustained winds of 165 miles per hour, equivalent to 265 kilometers per hour, making Hurricane Beryl the earliest Category 5 hurricane to form in a season since we have records spanning over 175 years. So, this is an unprecedented event. Last night, as anticipated, a Hurricane Hunter aircraft investigated the cyclone and found it to be a Category 5 hurricane. This new record breaks the one set by Hurricane Emily in 2005, which reached Category 5 on July 17. Remember how historic the 2005 hurricane season was? Therefore, the 2024 hurricane season promises to be historic in the Atlantic. This video is particularly important for residents of southwestern Dominican Republic, southern Haiti, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, the Yucatán Peninsula, and eventually sectors between Texas and Tamaulipas, as this is the path the hurricane is expected to take in the coming days. Let's zoom in on the infrared satellite animation, where we can see how impressive the circulation and structure of Hurricane Beryl look. However, we begin to see some signs that wind shear is affecting the northwest quadrant of the circulation. Therefore, we anticipate that today Hurricane Beryl will start a weakening process as it approaches Jamaica. Notice that the northern quadrant has a lot of rainfall and thunderstorms, which could affect parts of Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic today. To give you an idea of how rare and impressive this event is during early July in the Caribbean, here is an image of all Category 5 hurricanes that have formed in the Atlantic since 1851. You can see that the formation of a Category 5 hurricane is extremely rare, and Beryl joins these historical records as the earliest forming Category 5 hurricane in a hurricane season. Furthermore, it formed at a rather southern latitude. Despite how impressive this event is, remember that we have been discussing for months that Atlantic sea surface temperatures are extremely hot, especially the heat content in the Caribbean Sea, which is at record levels never before seen for this time of year. Hurricane Beryl is a clear example of what we can expect during this hurricane season. Any tropical cyclone moving through this region will benefit from the hot temperatures and high heat content. In fact, the current heat content is at levels typically seen during the peak of the season. Imagine how dangerous August, September, and October could be. Here is an image of the warnings that have been issued. We currently have a tropical storm warning for parts of southern and southwestern Dominican Republic, a tropical storm warning for southern Haiti, a hurricane warning for Jamaica, and a hurricane watch for the Cayman Islands. Yesterday, I mentioned it was important to monitor any deviation in Hurricane Beryl's movement. A more northerly path would put Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, the Yucatán Peninsula, and eventually Texas at greater risk. This is precisely what we have seen in recent hours. Projections now indicate that it should pass just south of Jamaica as a Category 2 or Category 3 hurricane, then enter the Yucatán Peninsula, and eventually reach the Gulf of Mexico, taking a turn towards the northwest, which could represent a long-term threat to Texas. Therefore, it is important that Texas and Tamaulipas also closely monitor Hurricane Beryl's developments in the coming days. At least something favorable is that it seems Hurricane Beryl has reached its peak intensity and will be affected by wind shear for at least the next 4 to 5 days, which should weaken it to a Category 1 hurricane before reaching the Yucatán Peninsula. For Jamaica, it is projected to arrive as a Category 3 or Category 2 hurricane. However, once it reaches the Gulf of Mexico, it is expected to strengthen again to a Category 1 or Category 2 hurricane as it heads towards Tamaulipas or Texas. Let's look at the official forecast from the National Hurricane Center. They project that it will pass south of the Dominican Republic this afternoon, then head towards Jamaica while losing strength. By Wednesday morning, it should be a Category 4 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 220 kilometers per hour, and as it passes near or over Jamaica, it will be a Category 3 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 195 kilometers per hour. It is expected to reach its closest point to Jamaica on Wednesday afternoon. Then it will continue its trajectory towards the west-northwest, passing just south or over the Cayman Islands on Thursday morning as a Category 2 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 175 kilometers per hour. It is then expected to accelerate towards the Yucatán Peninsula, arriving Friday morning with maximum sustained winds of 150 kilometers per hour, or as a Category 1 hurricane. In the long term, it is projected to reach the Gulf of Mexico, but as it crosses the Yucatán Peninsula, it is expected to weaken to a tropical storm, then begin to intensify again as it moves northwest, potentially reaching southern Texas or northern Tamaulipas early next week. Let's look at some wind gust projections. Tropical storm force winds should remain south of Puerto Rico, although it is likely that the southwest corner will experience some gusts between 35 to 40 miles per hour this morning. As it passes south of the Dominican Republic, gusts of 60 to 70 kilometers per hour are possible in the southwestern parts of the country between Santo Domingo and the border with Haiti, especially in the city of Barahona. For southern Haiti, wind gusts between 70 to 80 kilometers per hour are expected Wednesday night into Thursday morning. In terms of rainfall, projections indicate that the eastern and southern parts of the Dominican Republic will see accumulated rainfall between 50 to 90 millimeters, and eastern and southeastern Puerto Rico will see between 2 to 3 inches of rain today. However, the heaviest rain seems to stay south of Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti. When Beryl approaches Jamaica on Wednesday morning, extending into the night, Jamaica could experience hurricane-force winds with gusts exceeding 135 kilometers per hour. For the Cayman Islands on Thursday, wind gusts between 110 to 120 kilometers per hour are expected, and projections indicate that the heaviest rainfall will fall over Jamaica, with estimates between 150 to 300 millimeters, which could cause significant flooding. For the Cayman Islands, 75 to 100 millimeters of rainfall is anticipated. When Hurricane Beryl reaches the Yucatán Peninsula, it should enter Quintana Roo as a Category 1 hurricane on Friday morning, with gusts near 90 to 100 kilometers per hour. In terms of rainfall for northern Quintana Roo and Campeche, 50 to 125 millimeters of accumulated rain is expected, with showers between 50 to 75 millimeters for southern Quintana Roo and Belize later this week. For our followers in Belize, the risk has significantly decreased because the trajectory is expected to be more northerly, which should leave tropical storm force winds out of the region. In addition to wind and rain, remember that this powerful hurricane will cause storm surge and dangerous waves along the eastern and southern coasts of Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti, as well as dangerous waves along Jamaica's northern coast, the Cayman Islands, and eventually the coast of Quintana Roo in Mexico. Well, that's all for this forecast update. Here at Hurricane Info, we continue to closely monitor the powerful Hurricane Beryl and are committed to keeping you informed in the coming days. Therefore, it's important to check if you are subscribed to my channel. Go to the bottom of the video, click the red subscribe button, and then click the bell so you receive notifications when I record new videos. This afternoon or evening, I will record a new video to update you on what is happening with Hurricane Beryl. Until later,